One of the most crucial skills we can ever develop is communication. It guides everything we do, whether we're communicating at work to meet deadlines and produce outcomes, or speaking with friends, family, and partners to strengthen bonds. Poor communication causes so many difficulties, and it's no surprise. We are not taught how to communicate properly in school. We must pick up on it from others around us. Unfortunately, unless we are fortunate enough to be surrounded by excellent communicators, we are prone to developing negative habits. I have made it my mission to learn everything I can about communication, and I'll share a few crucial points with you today. One of the most crucial, yet often underestimated, communication abilities is be a good listener. That's right. Most people have no idea that listening is an important component of the communication process. However, listening is a crucial component of communication since it not only helps you create rapport with others, but it also shows respect for others. It is quite easy to form long, happy partnerships when individuals feel valued. Consider how good it feels when someone is paying close attention to you and is entirely intrigued by what you are saying. This helps you feel important and improves communication. People simply want to be heard, therefore by listening closely, you can subconsciously create trust. Consider the other situation. We all know folks who are terrible listeners. They are so preoccupied with the sound of their own voices that you can't get a word in edgewise, and when it is eventually your moment to speak, they aren't actually listening. In contrast, how do you feel about this? Frustrated and of little worth. The other person is essentially telling you that you have nothing to say by not listening to you. One thing I want to make clear is that listening and shyness are not similar. People frequently confuse good listening skills with shyness, because someone who listens more than they say may be believed to be shy or hesitant. What matters is that you pay attention and then demonstrate the understanding of a conversation by repeating significant topics in your responses. At the end of the day, individuals simply want to feel understood. So, what is it that makes people such poor listeners? One reason is that we think at a much faster rate than we speak. According to research, we communicate at a rate of 120 to 150 words per minute, but we think at a rate of 600 to 800 words per minute. This means that when people speak to us, we are often sidetracked by our inner thoughts because our minds operate considerably faster than our tongues. This means that instead of listening, we may be thinking about other things, such as what to have for dinner that night or which route to take home. We need to be conscious of this so that we can refocus on the current conversation. There's nothing worse than noticing that someone is lost in their own thoughts when they should be listening to you. In case you're wondering, listening, unlike talking, is a skill that you can never have too much of. Consider the following example. I've had it with Bob up to this point. He only listens and listens and listens. He just doesn't quit listening. I can't stand it any longer. His listening is driving me insane. Perhaps the more likely possibility is, Bill never pays attention. He simply adores the sound of his own voice. All he does is talk to me over and again. He never seems to listen to anything I say. When you look at the world's superachievers, you will notice that they are all composed listeners. They don't talk over others or disappear in the middle of a conversation. This is due to their understanding of the importance of listening. 5 ways to improve your communication skills. Number 1. Never talk over people. This demonstrates a real lack of respect. By talking over someone, what you're basically saying is, I don't care what you're saying, what I have to say is more important. Number 2. Do not complete other people's sentences. According to research, doing so disempowers the other person since you take control of the conversation. Therefore, bite your tongue. Number 3. Paraphrase. If you want to demonstrate that you truly understand someone, paraphrasing is an excellent approach. Before you comment, all you have to do is repeat back to someone what they have just said. Here's an illustration. So, Barney, I'm hearing that results are your number one priority right now, and we need to find some quick solutions for you. Number 4. Listen actively. Instead of passive listening, concentrate on active listening. The distinction is that active listening involves engaging and responding to the other person depending on what they have said, whereas passive listening is merely listening with no response. Number 5. Maintain eye contact. You demonstrate your attention in what the other person is saying by staring them in the eyes. This also helps you stay focused and avoid distractions.